Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you my everyday summer makeup look. This is the look that I keep going back to every single day when I want to go for something slightly glamorous but everyday looking as well. So if you do want to see how I achieve this look and also my favorite products for the summertime, then just keep on watching. So to begin, I'm going to be applying some primer, and this is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Nourishing Primer. This has just been my go-to just because it's so unbelievably hydrating and it's so light feeling. And I also like to apply the Soap & Glory One Heck of a Blot Primer onto my skin also, just because my skin is dry but also bumpy, so this will help to deal with the bumpiness and make it feel nice and smooth. And to actually add some coverage to my skin, I'm going to be using this Chanel CC cream, and this is actually a little sample, but I'm going to be buying the full version very soon. I just cannot pry myself away from this. It's such a nice formula. As you'll be able to see, it just covers everything really nicely, and it also has an SPF of 50, which is of course perfect for the summertime and all year round as well, because you do need to be protected from SPF, not just in the summer. You need to be protected all year round. And not only that, it's just really luminous and it just looks really nice. I blended that in using this kabuki brush from Morphe, and I'm just going to be applying a little bit of foundation onto my cheeks just because the redness likes to show through. And this is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, which is my favorite foundation, and this just covers up that little area. Instead of using a concealer, I'd rather use a foundation because it's a lot lighter, and that way it's enough coverage for me and I can apply concealer just under my eyes. The concealer I'm using under my eyes is the Rimmel Wake Me Up. This is by far my favourite concealer for everyday wear, that and the Maybelline Fit Me. This one more so because it really brightens up the under eye area, and it has light reflecting particles, so it just looks so nice and bright, so it's perfect for an everyday wear. I'm just blending that in with my beauty blender, and I'm just making sure that it looks nice and blended in with everything. So a bronzer I have been loving lately is the Soleil Tan de Chanel. I just love it so much. I just thought I'd show you a cheaper alternative because it is pretty pricey. The L'Oreal Paris Cushion de Soleil bronzer is relatively similar. It's more of a liquid feel, but it is pretty similar if you want that glowy bronzer look. So I'm just applying the Chanel one around the outer perimeter of my skin. I have just been loving this so much. It blends so perfectly, and it's definitely one of my new favorites just because I love it so much. And I'm just going to be applying this onto all the areas where I usually bronze, and then I will be setting my skin as well and setting the bronzer also, just because everything I've used is cream and I do have to wear this all day, so I do want to make sure that it stays on. To set all the rest of my skin, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Primed and Poreless powder. I will switch between this and my well-known favourite that you will know that I love, the Soap & Glory Instant Retouch powder. I switched between the two because they both do a very similar job. At the moment I am loving the Too Faced one, but also you guys know that I have been through so many of the Soap & Glory ones also. So I'm just setting anywhere where it tends to get oily, including my eyelids, because that also gets oily throughout the day. And to set my bronzer area, I'm going to be taking the Body Shop Honey Bronzer. This is such a natural looking bronzer, which is why I love it for an everyday wear. I'm just applying this with a big fluffy powder brush, just because I don't want this to be in a specific placement. I just want to look nice and bronzed all over the outer perimeter. And just to give myself a little bit of extra shape, I'm just going to be baking only underneath the bronzer, right where my cheekbone stops. This will just basically give my face some shape and almost make me look like I have cheekbones, but very subtly. So I just like this to sit there whilst I'm doing the rest of my face. I'm applying some of the Too Faced Candlelight Glow highlight, which is one of my favourite highlights for an everyday wear. It's so gorgeous and subtle, and it looks like just that glow that melts into the skin. I'm applying it on my cheekbones and also above my eyebrows. So out of all the things that I like to stand out whilst I do an everyday makeup, it's definitely my eyebrows. Personally, I like to switch between a natural looking brow and a bold brow, and usually the bold brow wins just because my brows definitely frame my face, so I love to go for something that's on the bolder side. My favourite brow pencil for an everyday basis right now is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer, just because it's a little bit more subtle rather than the actual Brow Wiz, and it just covers more perimeter because the actual nib is different. And then I also like to go through it a little bit with the Dip Brow from Anastasia as well. I have dark brown in both of them, and I just like to go over the outer part of my eyebrow with this and a little bit on the underneath part also. And to set them, I'm just been loving right now the Benefit Ready Set Brow Clear Brow Gel. It's so good and it really keeps them in place, and this is just my favourite. And of course, to really give it some shape, I'm just going to be taking some cream concealer and applying it underneath the brow, just to really give it that nice amount of shape, and also to lift them as well with that little bit of a lighter shade of concealer. Now, typically on an everyday basis, I would tend to just wear mascara, but I do like to wear a pair of false lashes from time to time, and this style definitely wins all the time. I always wear these lashes. These are the Ardell Demi Wispies. These are so natural on me, and I really love when lashes get slightly longer towards the outer corner, because I feel like this really frames my eyes and turns them upwards and just changes the way that everything looks. So I love to apply them instead of mascara, and had a bit of a nightmare. My lip pencil broke on me, but I am just going to be lining my lips with a little bit of the, not a little bit, a lot of MAC Strip Down Lip Liner, and I do like to overline my lips just because it gives me a little bit of a poutier look. Today I overlined a lot more than I normally do, just because I was feeling it. So you guys, that is the end of my everyday summer makeup look. I really hope you enjoyed and you liked hearing about some of the products that I just can't seem to stay away from around this time of year and on an everyday basis. If you guys do like everyday kind of tutorials, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I love you guys so much, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye guys!